So first of all, I would like to welcome here Jiri. Jiri is a great person because he is my mentor. But besides that, he is a very successful businessman. So I would let him to introduce to our public because I think I would miss lots of important information about Jiri. So, Jiri?
Thank you, Pavlina. Thank you for inviting me, and happy to meet you guys at this podcast. And for the English audience, Jiri means George, just to make it simple. And quick intro on my side. I feel the one happy goes lucky. So all my life actually is rolling pretty well, and I believe that this is really due to the good stars above me and actually the way of the approach to the life, which is very simple, always adding value. So if you ask me who you are, I'll say the one who adds the value. And with that, actually, very happy to add the value not only on the business side, but as well to the community and family. Happy father of 3 daughters, happy grandfather of 3 grandkids. By the Christmas time, 5 grandkids. That's me.
Congratulations. Okay, so and when you would actually introduce yourself in your professional way, so if you can a little bit describe to our audience how you started and why, what was the motivation actually for you?
Yeah, coming from the country which has been suppressed by the communist regime for 40 years, I've been raised in dark times, you might say, before '89 in Czechoslovakia. Though I had actually privilege of having both of my grandfathers who were farmers, and therefore they were actually not positive for the communists, and they were put in the jail. But while returning, they really set up my values. So my value was really kind of making sure that I always see the bright side of the day, and that I develop myself because it's only in the brain and in my head what nobody can take, which was pretty particular in the communistic times. And that actually led me to develop, I would say, the biggest competence in 90s. Early on in 1990, just after revolution, I was able to speak English. And that was the most significant competitive advantage at the time. And with that, happy goes lucky, I've been hired as a first employee of Johnson & Johnson, little known, the biggest healthcare company in the world, as their first employee in Czechoslovakia, went fast through the ranks, and at the age of 31, being promoted to be managing director of Medical Device Group and run several markets of Europe, Middle East, worked with J&J for 20 years. And then I got this hint of setting up my own venture, which I did 15 years ago, successful medical device distribution, value distributor in Central Europe, particularly Poland, Czech and Slovak markets, and grown the company to over 20 million revenue and strong EBITDA. And last summer, successfully exited to the biggest compounder of medical device distributors in Europe, currently, which is Asker, the Swedish group.
So again, congratulations.
How do you move from getting the number 1 person in the biggest corporate to start to your own business?
Very simple. As you see, many of the corporations are driven by the McKinsey guys and advisors. And at that time, McKinsey was heavily hammering our table, creating or pushing us to create stronger value, create more profitability. Public information, J&J is still making 30% profit after tax. And I had close to 600 people in the region, and 50 of them were expats. The 50 expats eaten half of my payrolls. So it was a simple business model. More value, taking the business without the expats. That was a trigger point.
And what was actually the lesson you learned in J&J, which you took it until now?
Values, and I would say not only from J&J, but I took it from my grandparents, from the family. Really, the values matter. We are human beings, and we are connecting ourselves, if we like it or don't, through the way how we build the trust. And therefore the values, in J&J it's also called credo. In the family it might be, dinner table values. I think it's the biggest learning.
And to your business, Aspironix, so what was the moment that you were really the most proudest?
I would say first starting with the name, Aspironix, aspire for more. And the X at the end, it's actually multiplier. So it's kind of, sticking to my personal values of adding to the value. So starting point, pretty cool. And I would be very simplistic in the sense that I am constantly being amazed and super proud and super happy for colleagues, people around me. I feel I'm surrounded by much better people than I am, and I don't want this to be sounded as a cliche. I'm super happy for the people.
Okay.
And as we are now in Central Eastern Europe, so if you can explain to our audience, like the situation with medical device right now, the business, and what is the biggest obstacle right now for companies?
Sure. And let me get just a glance of the scale where we are. The MedTech market worldwide is about $600+ billion, growing about 5% compound. If you're looking at a European landscape, it's about 150, 1/4 of the global market. It's growing slightly faster. And particularly, actually, the 25 billion out of those 150 in Europe coming from Central Europe are growing about 6 to 7%. So the market is developing, and is developing in a good phase. I mean, you might say it, in a good times it's been growing double the speed of the growth of the GDP of the countries. So first of all, the ocean is sizable. And I look at the business as a surfer. First, you need to have an ocean to surf on. Second, you need to have a trend. The trends in the MedTech in Europe, Central Europe, are very similar, I would say. We went through the ages of 90s, early 20s with the focus on minimalization, minimal invasive surgeries, lots of innovation, lots of access. Then we moved into more of regulatory path, which we are now kind of kept through the MDR. But we're seeing development of digital AI, remote patient monitoring, all those devices focused on prevention. So the trend is actually very robust because we have aging population. And the third, as a surfer, you need to have a right board for your surfing. And if it's a small board, you're diving. If it's a big board, you can't turn it around. And I feel the European markets need to improve on the innovation, because now with the MDR we've been pushed away, and actually be more scalable in terms of fast adoption of the technologies. And I've been an investor and active in many startups, and I've seen the difference between the European and US approach, which is currently pushing Europe on the secondary phase. So.
Yeah, but how you see the potential for the European startup companies? Are they able to compete the US counterparts, or it's we get too much delay and too much administrative burden compared to the US?
I think they are very much able to compete from the content perspective, from the creation, the idea, from the funding. As we see, it's much easier actually to get the funds in the US or Singapore than to getting them in Europe.
Yes.
As we are not having this entrepreneurial courage in Europe compared to the US specifically.
And how do you see the mindset? Because I see also a huge difference between the mindset of the founders, the CEOs in the US, Asia, and Europe. Do you see any significant differences in your practice?
Risk-taking in the US, and I do have experience of working in the US, and my daughters studied in the US, and one studies currently. So I see that risk-taking and appreciation of learning from those mistakes as being the biggest advantage of the US market. But actually, it's we are living here, so it's the challenge to take over.
Yes, and
So-
implement it here. Yes.
If I would be a CEO of a startup company with innovative medical device, still in a process of MDR, what would be your advice to me? How can I get to the market without hurdles and fast?
I would go back to the point of make sure you get great people around you. So the compound of your internal team and external advisors, and I would say have a strong belief proven by the product which you're having. You believe the product, you believe the service, you believe the outcome, and the last one I would say, don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up. I mean, it is a number game, so you need to stick in.
So, and in that case, I would come to you with already certified medical device, and I would ask you for a distribution. So, would you accept me or not, or what are actually the conditions to be accepted by your company?
I'd love to talk immediately because this is the nature of the medical device distribution. Basically, you're looking for the new products, and then actually secondary having the sales force and sales capabilities to get the product to the local clients, right? So sourcing of the products, having good product is a mantra number one. So definitely happy to talk. We do have actually internal process of adopting new companies and new products, and always looking at the described concept which I said in a minute ago. Size of the ocean, trends, the size of the board, and can we work with that?
How treat the products or the devices with artificial intelligence? Do you trust that these are really innovative? Would you invest to these kind of devices, or how you actually treat the AI right now?
No, I'm actually happy to talk in the past tense already, because we did already a few years ago, and we currently have a dedicated sales force in the AI area. We currently distribute about 6 to 7 global companies in AI. I'll pick up one of them. It's the company which is actually taking care of reading mammographs for the ladies with the breast cancer. And the company is on 20 years on the global market listed. And I tell you, we had it for first 4 years uphill battle to get the product in the market till November 2022, when ChatGPT hit the market. So now we have actually over demand with that, and I'm personally puzzled, curious, interested around AI. I'm strongly endorsing it, that we play with it, that you use it. And just the time will show if it's good or bad, But I feel as a business woman or man, you can't go without it now. It's.
Yeah, you mentioned the surfing, so you need the ocean, the good board, but you need also the wave. So AI is the biggest wave now. You see?
That's the trend, exactly.
Okay.
That's
and
absolutely the biggest trend.
Yeah, okay, but is it dangerous? Because it's so big, so you have to be very careful. So in the US, there was thousands of startup companies, 95% failed in the last few years. So how you look for these companies, how you can ensure, how you can mitigate the risk that to be really impactful and the good AI companies?
No, I mean, you're doing all the diligence work, and at the end of the day, it's a game.
Okay.
So sometimes you will score, sometimes you will get goals in your side. So I feel it cannot stop us in a way of proceeding forward.
Okay.
And what is your next aim? I think you already achieved a lot in your life, but as I know you, you have some vision. So can you actually share with us where you see yourself in a few years?
Keeping to be hopefully good grandfather and father and husband, and I see myself on really working hard on myself, on the levels of the consciousness, and on the level of really kind of understanding better myself, because I believe while understanding myself and while managing my consciousness better, I could be much more impactful to what I've been, and I've been lucky till now.
Yeah. What is the most important impact, for example, when you are investing in a company or just in your private life, what you are really like to spend your time, because I suppose it's the most expensive for you, your time.
I've been obviously reviewing this question all the time, and I'm saying its impact on human beings,
Yep.
and actually making people happy.
Okay.
I believe in the positive vibe. I believe in the positive vibe, and I believe in the power of the positive approach that actually this could help us as a humankind.
Yeah, I just said to my colleagues recently, I'm traveling to Prague yesterday, that I also believe in this energy balance. So if you are doing something good, you will get it back in the same way. And the opposite also true. Yeah.
That's right. It's been working so far. Yeah.
And coming back to Aspironix, I think you must be extremely proud of your company. So what is right now the aim of Aspironix as a part of Asker?
Making impact.
Yeah.
And I'm actually happy to be the part of Asker. Coincidentally, we had last week the board meeting of Asker in Prague for the first time with great outcomes, and I see that our team actually does contribute well to not only delivery but to the thought process of the company and the direction. And I am super excited about the values alignment which we share with the Asker.
So, and probably I would like to ask you, as you're my mentor, and I really recommend Jiri to everyone to be to have this great mentor. What would be the advice to our audience for their life, for example?
Wow. Wow. Do you have something harder to ask? Be curious. Be curious, which I would translate, never give up on learning and an appreciation of different points of view, and while understanding the diversity of thoughts, opinions, or words, perspective, look at the alignment of your visions with your soul.
Thank you.
And what would be the advice for the startup world? So we are working with many young founders and startup companies. I'm not very optimistic. I see some decline in the work habits and the dedication of the people. Fortunately, we still have very good young talents and scientists, but still I'm not very optimistic. How do you see in this progress, especially in Europe?
No, I mean, to your point, there was recently published book on the disruption called Stolen Focus by the Oxfordian professor Hara, and basically we are living in the times where the attention span is getting very short.
Yes,
Reality,
few seconds like the goldfish.
Reality of the life. So the simple answer to that would be actually to any startup is any entrepreneurs, sit your butt.
Yes.
Stay on the topic. Be persistent. Be consistent. Stay on the topic, because there's going to be zillions of the disruptions all around. Which I would say those who will stay on will succeed.
It's a big success. Okay.
And I see that in my experience. Yeah.
Okay. So it is your main advice for them.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
for this excellent and very motivation-like podcast and having the possibility to speak about your success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate your time, and good luck to all of us. Keep going.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.